Olivia was an ordinary girl, or so she thought. She woke up every morning, got ready for school, and eagerly walked through the front gates. But there was something peculiar about her days. No matter how hard she tried, no one would acknowledge her presence. It was as if she were invisible, a mere ghost in the bustling halls of her school. Confusion and frustration enveloped Olivia as she desperately tried to communicate with her classmates. She would tap their shoulders, call their names, but they would never respond. It was as if her voice was swallowed by an abyss, just vanishing. The other students would walk right through her, as if she were nothing more than a whisper. Olivia's desperation over time led her to seek answers from her parents. But when she confronted them about her situation, they simply looked through her, their eyes glossed over with a distant gaze. It was as if they were staring at something beyond her, beyond this earth. One day, while wandering through the dusty attic, Olivia stumbled upon an old photo album. She flipped through its pages, and as she did, she discovered faded pictures of her childhood, of a life once lived. And there, on the last page, was a newspaper clipping. The headline sent chills down her spine. It said, "Tragic accident claims life of Olivia Stewart." The truth struck her like a lightning bolt. Olivia had been oblivious to her own demise. She was a ghost, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. Her once ordinary life had been shattered, replaced by a haunting existence she couldn't remember. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Olivia returned to school. Her interactions with her classmates took a new turn, for she knew they weren't ignoring her now, but rather they were unable to see or hear her. As Olivia dove deeper into her ghostly existence, she discovered an eerie ability. By concentrating all of her energy, she could make faint whispers resonate within the minds of those around her. It was a fragile connection, but it offered her hope. Olivia's whispers echoed through the school, barely audible, but potent enough to intrigue the curious. A few students began to feel a cold breeze, a mysterious presence. They hesitantly whispered back, unsure if they were imagining things. Slowly, Olivia's influence grew. Whispers spread like wildfire among the students, tales of a ghostly presence haunting their halls. Fear and curiosity mingled in the air, creating an atmosphere of both anticipation and dread. Determined to uncover the reason behind her predicament, Olivia began to investigate the circumstances of her death. Her ethereal form passed through locked doors and ventured into forbidden places, seeking any clue that might offer her some sort of knowledge and shed light on her mysterious passing. In the darkest corner of the school's basement, Olivia stumbled upon an old diary. Its worn pages revealed a dark secret. A group of students had played a dangerous game that led to her death. They had sworn to keep it a secret, but their guilt weighed heavy on their souls. Olivia's fury burned bright as she discovered the truth. Her once innocent existence had been snuffed out by the actions of her classmates. With her newfound ability to manipulate the spirit world, she vowed to make them pay for her silence. One by one, Olivia's vengeance fell upon the guilty. They would hear the whispers in the dead of night, chilling their bones with each spectral breath. Shadows danced around them, growing more menacing with each passing day. Sleep became a distant memory as fear took hold of their lives. The guilt-ridden students tried desperately to make amends, confessing their involvement in the tragic accident to anyone who would listen. But their words fell on deaf ears, for Olivia's whispers had ensnared them in a web of terror. They were trapped, haunted by their past actions, unable to escape the ghostly specter that has now vowed to make them suffer. As the days turned into weeks, Olivia's vengeance escalated. The school became a breeding ground for fear, the walls echoing in anguished screams, frenzied pleas for mercy. Shadows twisted and writhed, engulfing the guilty in their murky embrace. But Olivia's thirst for revenge had blinded her to the darkness consuming her own spirit. With each act of terror, her essence grew darker, tainted by the malevolence that had consumed her. She had become the very thing she despised, the harbinger of fear. In the depths of her despair, Olivia caught a glimpse of her own reflection, a pale, twisted figure staring back at her. Regret flooded her spectral form, and a desperate longing for peace enveloped her soul. Realizing the destructive path she had chosen, Alivia made a choice to break the cycle of vengeance and find redemption. With her last ounce of strength, she reached out to the remaining guilty souls, her whispers carrying a plea for forgiveness. As the students finally acknowledged their role in Olivia's demise, a sense of release and warmth washed over them. The weight of their secrets lifted, and the haunting whispers disappeared. Olivia's vengeful spirit, now stripped of its darkness, began to fade. In the final moments of her existence, Alivia felt a surge of serenity. The chains that had bound her to the earthly realm were released, and she ascended. She ascended towards the light. She found solace in the knowledge that her restless spirit had found closure, and that her haunting had served a greater purpose: to teach the living the power of forgiveness and the consequences of their actions. The school gradually returned to normal, but whispers of Olivia's haunting would forever remain etched in its walls. The students who had experienced her presence would speak of the encounters, a cautionary tale passed down from one generation to the next and to the next. In the quietest corners of the school, where shadows danced in silent tribute, a faint echo of Olivia's voice could be heard. Her whispers served as a reminder that actions have consequences, and that the spirits of the past may linger, urging the living to cherish life and seek forgiveness.